Morning, friends. Today we are continuing this month's focus on rhythm and flow, and today's practice is looking at that steady flow and the gentle pause. So just remember, when you're ready to move, move. When you're ready for a pause, when you're ready for a break, take it. Listen to yourself and what you need. If you like a block for your half moon, grab one, and if you don't know what that means, you won't need it. We're going to get started in a comfortable seat on our mats. So you might grab some water and then just settle in and arrive when you're ready. Remember that everything is optional. This is your practice, your time for yourself. Take a few grounding breaths. As you inhale, feel the ribs expand. Notice the body filling with air. As you exhale, allow the shoulders to settle, to be heavy. Let something go. For two more. So great. From here, we're going to take our robin's breath. So first, we might find our easy seat. Doesn't matter if you're sitting like me or on your knees, but think about stacking the head over the heart space, over the hips. So maybe you kind of lean back, or maybe you make a different adjustment. It might look like tucking the chin a little bit. Notice your foundation where you're resting. Grow from there, rise up. Think about expanding through the spine, creating a little bit more space between the vertebrae. When you're ready for our robin's breath, we'll inhale with our hands in front of the chest like this, fill up. When you're ready to exhale, we'll press the hands out. The chin might tuck towards the chest. When you're ready to inhale, palms open wide, tee out the hands. Find maybe a little extension in the back. Exhales, bring the hands back to this kind of diver's pose. Maybe the chin tucks again. When you're ready to inhale, chin lifts if it tucked, and bring your hands back to center. Exhale, send it out, kind of come to this diver's pose. Inhale, open the wings of your robin, get really, really wide, big. Exhale, come back to center. And then inhale, back in front of the chest. Exhale. Moving here with your breath might help to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice any sensations you might feel, any tension. Remembering that motion is lotion if you need to take a different pose or a break, rolling the shoulders, the neck, go for it. We'll take 3 more robin's breaths together at your pace. Final round on your own. Remembering this is your practice. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you're ready to move on, we'll find our cat-cows on our tabletop. So I'm going to bring my hands under my shoulders, my knees under my hips. For cow pose, I'm going to drop the belly down towards the mat as my tailbone lifts and my chin points towards the sky. When you're ready for cat pose, we're going to arch the back, tuck the chin, and tuck the tailbone, rounding the spine. Cow pose and cat pose. So noticing the movement in the front body and the back body. And then we're going to turn this into a flow when you're ready, if you choose. So we'll take our cat pose, pressing out the air. Inhale into cow, leave the shoulders out or bring them in if you like. And then exhale, child's pose. Knees come wide, big toes come towards one another, hips sink down to the heels, head comes down to the mat for your inhale and your exhale. When you're ready, Cat pose, press up. And you can stay with your feet in this kind of child's pose. Find your cow, and then sink back. Find your full inhale, your full exhale. Find your cat. Cow pose. Child's pose. So finding straight, long spine in your child's pose. Staying here, taking your pause. And then moving on when you're ready, cat. Cow. And child's. Sinking down, stretching through the hands, creating space where it feels good. One more time on your own. Cat. Hips come forward. Cow. Tailbone points back and up. Child. Sink down. Think long spine. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. If you'd like a side bend, you might walk your hands to one side and then the other, or shimmy your hips if that feels good. If you took something on one side, even it out. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to lie on the belly, legs extended long, for our cobra pose. So for cobra, we're going to press the tops of the feet into the mat, so much so that maybe your kneecaps lift. You want to think about pressing the hip points into the mat as well. And then the hands are going to be underneath the shoulders, palms underneath. But they're not pressing into the mat. Maybe they're resting softly, little to no weight in the hands. Your head can be resting on the mat for now. And what we're going to do is use the muscles of our upper body, so that includes our back body, to lift the head, neck, and chest as we press the feet into the mat. So think about lifting. There's little to no weight in the hands. Maybe you even float them up. For 2 breaths, keep it here. Just using the muscles of your core to find some length. Gaze is just a few inches above the top of your mat. It's not looking forward. When you're ready, sink the head down. Knees can come down to the mat. Relax and let go. On your inhale, cobra. On your exhale, sink down. Let it go. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, let it go. Moving here with your body, your breath. For 4 more breaths. Making adjustments as you need. Great, everyone. If you're ready and you like a full cobra pose, that was our baby cobra. Haha, gotcha. If you like a full cobra, we're going to still press into the mat with our feet, and then we're going to press into the hands using the muscles of the arms to support you as you slowly lift up. It's not about arching and making a certain shape, but it's just about creating a little bit more of a stretch in the front body. Drawing the elbows in towards your center, and if you don't like this, skip it. It's not my favorite. Or if it doesn't feel good on you, let it go. Find your rolling cobras or find an alligator stretch. Stacking the palms in front of you, elbows wide, allowing the head to rest. When you're ready, we'll sink down and find our locust pose. So we're going to draw the hands down towards the feet, palms facing towards the thighs. For locust, you might lift the head, neck, and chest and arms like we did earlier, pressing into the mat with your feet, or you might lift the legs as well. So make a choice. Inhale, give it a try. Maybe your feet are resting, or maybe they're floating. Exhale, come back down. When you're ready, make a choice again. Inhale, create your locust. Exhale, let it go. I'll do that 2 more times. You can switch back and forth. You can go back to cobra. Whatever feels good for you. Extending as we inhale. Letting something go as you exhale. So strong. From here, let's just find our Sphinx pose for a little bit. We're going to plant the hands by the head and then come up to rest on the shoulders. So, sorry, the elbows. And then the elbows are going to be underneath your shoulders. So adjust as you need. Press the palms into the mat in front of you and then energetically draw the elbows towards the hips. It's going to bring the chest forward, like you're coming through the kind of goalposts of your biceps here. Again, the gaze should be just in front of the mat, not too high. So little tension in the neck, if any. Really, you were just thinking about stretching the front body here and exploring the muscles, the strength of the back body. For 2 more breaths, take your pause. Take a drink if you need. When you're ready, we will find our downward facing dog. So, again, take a minute if you need to. And when you're ready, we'll come through our tabletop. So just press up and then tuck the toes, lift the hips. Remember that you can stay in tabletop if that feels better for you. And for these first few moments, maybe you find some, call it organic movement, which is kind of funny. Just find some movement that feels good for you. So maybe you're shimmying your hips or your shoulders, bending one knee and then the other, bending both. Sometimes I like to sneak into a plank and just stretch it out. Okay. Take your few moments of movement here and then find your settling in your downward facing dog or tabletop. We're going to find a short flow from here. So when you're ready, inhale in your down dog. Exhale, right foot lifts and steps forward. Take as many steps as you need. Left knee comes down. Low lunge. We're going to lift up our head, neck, and chest. And maybe your hands lift high, maybe they're low. When you're ready, we'll hinge forward from the hips, frame the front foot, step it back, down dog or tabletop. Then step the left foot forward. Right knee comes down, your low lunge, and then send it down. Frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, downward facing dog. Adding on from here, inhale, right leg lifts high, 3-legged dog. Think about evening out the weight between your hands. Or if you're on tabletop, same thing. Right leg lifts high at a 90-degree angle. Then step it forward. Take as many steps as you need for your low lunge. Back knee can come down. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back, downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts long, 3-legged dog. Or 3-legged tabletop. Step it through. Low lunge. Right knee drops down. On an exhale, frame the hands with the front foot. Send it back. Adding on from here, right leg lifts. Step into your low lunge. Left knee comes down. Maybe the head, neck, and chest lift. Maybe the hands come too. From here, maybe you find a twist, pointing the chest over towards the right side. Left hand comes forward, right hand comes back. Maybe you stay in your low lunge, remembering this is a balancing pose. Beautiful. When you're ready, exhale, frame the front foot. Step back. So strong. One more time around. Left leg lifts. 3-legged dog. Then step it forward. Low lunge. Then maybe you find a twist. Right hand comes forward. Left hand comes back. From here, friends, dial it forward. Step back and find your child's pose. So we're going to bend the knees. Big toes come towards one another. Hips sink down towards the heels. Head rests on the mat. If you need, you can bring the mat to you with your fists here. Take your pause. Maybe you love child's pose and this is a great time to sink in. Maybe this is a difficult or uncomfortable pose. Remember that you can take breaks. listening to what you need and responding from there. I've got 5 more breaths here. Remember, this is your practice and you can always stay. If you're ready to move on, we'll meet in a standing position at the front of the mat. So get there however you like. Maybe you come through a downward facing dog or step through your tabletop. Maybe you take a break. Swing by the kitchen, grab some water. Mountain pose. So we're going to find our feet as fully as we possibly can on the mat. Press everything in. Sides of the foot that you didn't even know that you had. Think about pressing the big toe and the heel, and then landing all 4 other toes. From here, energetically drawing the heels away from one another, drawing the navel into spine. Hands can be low or they can be lifted. Wherever you are, the shoulders are reaching away from the ears. Taking a pause. When you're ready, weight comes into the right foot. Left foot hovers for your one-legged mountain. So can you keep the hips stable, just like you're standing, lifting the left foot? So it's going to hinge forward, the knee's going to come forward. Maybe it's lifting high, like you're going to step on a step. Maybe it's just hovering. When you're ready, step the left foot back for crescent lunge, high crescent here. Maybe you lift the hands high, you can keep them low. Still pointing both hips towards the front of the mat, so your left hip might come forward a bit, right hip might stay back. From here, we'll find our warrior 2. So the left heel is going to come down, left toes are going to point out towards the mat, and it's going to shine our hips, towards the side of the mat now. Tee out the hands. You might look over your right fingertips. Think about pressing the right knee out towards the right side of the mat, so it's not hinging in towards center. Warrior 2. You got it, friends. From here, we're going to find our half moon. So the weight is going to come into our right foot, our front foot, as we slide our left foot forward and bring all of our weight into the right foot, so much so that maybe the left foot is just kickstanding, just hanging out, or maybe it's lifting. Think about a long line of energy from the left foot to the head. So the head is going to move down as the foot lifts. This might be your half moon. Right shoulder's coming forward, left shoulder's pressing backwards, like behind you. You'll notice your hips follow. So your left hip is behind, right hip is forward. Half moon, up to you. If you have a block and you like it there, go for it. Okay, from here, half moon, we're going to bring the feet together at the front of the mat. I'm going to sneak back here so I can show you. Bring the weight into both feet for your mountain pose. Find your pause. Notice if this pause feels different. When the weight slides into the left foot, keeping the hips as steady as possible, right knee bends, one-legged mountain. Right foot steps back, crescent lunge. So find your foundation, leave space for the hips, and then arrive with the hands, rise from the base. From here, warrior 2, back heel comes down, back toes point out, hands tee down. Think about opening through the chest, maybe even shining the triceps and the forearms up for the ceiling, and then just flipping the palms down. Warrior 2. You know it's coming, friends, from here, half moon. So weight comes into the left foot, Step the right foot forward. All the weight as much as possible is in our left foot. Right shoulder is drawing towards the back of us. Maybe the right foot is hovering. When you're ready, step both feet together at the front of the mat. Mountain pose, take a pause. Adding on from here. Weight comes into the right foot, left leg lifts, one-legged mountain. Step it back, crescent lunge. Find your warrior two. Listen for the change. We're going to find warrior, reverse warrior from here. So we're going to flip the right hand high, left hand comes down. My right hand disappeared. From here, half moon. Bring both feet together. Mountain pose, take a pause. Weight comes to the left foot. Right knee bends. One-legged mountain. Step it back, crescent lunge. Warrior two. Dialing the back heel down, shining the clavicles up towards the ceiling, drawing the shoulders towards one another. Reverse warrior. Left hand lifts high, right hand comes down. Half moon. Weight comes into the left foot now. Step the right foot forward. Stacking the shoulders and the hips. Feet come together. Mountain pose. Take a pause. Take a break if you need. Grab some water. Adding on from here. Weight comes into the right foot. Left knee lifts. One-legged mountain. Crescent lunge. Step it back. Build your foundation and then rise from there. Warrior two. Back heel comes down. Tee out the hands. Get really big. You got it. Reverse warrior. From here, triangle pose. We're going to straighten the front leg. Notice the hips are going to slide back towards the back of the mat. Then we're going to slide our right shoulder forward. Right hand finds a right leg. So maybe it's resting on the thigh. Maybe it's on the inside of the leg, the back of the palm. Just like we do with our half moon, our left shoulder is coming down towards the back. Maybe the left hand hips lifts high. Maybe it comes to your hips. So you're really going to need to engage the core here. We're talking about obliques to support this long spinal stretch. When you're ready, half moon. Last one, make it your favorite one. Whatever that means for you. Two more breaths here. And then take a pause, bring your feet together at the front of your mat. Mountain pose. Last mountain. Soak it all in. Weight comes to the left foot, right knee lifts, one-legged mountain. When you're ready, step the right foot back, crescent lunge. From here, warrior two, right heel battles down. Hands tee up. Reverse warrior. Triangle pose, hips come towards the back. Left shoulder slides forward, left hand finds left leg. Right shoulder comes towards the back, maybe the right hand lifts, maybe it comes to the hips. Triangle pose. You've got it so strong, lighting up through the obliques, supporting this stretch in the spine, adjusting as you need. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. When you're ready to move on, you're a half moon, last half moon. Bring your weight into your left foot, gaze comes towards the front of the mat. Right foot steps forward. Keep this alignment that we had in triangle so that our shoulders and hips are stacked, right? So the right side is stacked behind the left. 5 more breaths. Come in and out as you need. Make it your favorite on this side. When you're ready, let it go. And we'll find a seat for our forward fold. So you might take this with your legs together or your legs wide, but we're just going to fold forward. So no twisting, no bending. Point the toes towards the ceiling wherever they are. Maybe you have a gentle bend in the knees. You can use your hands beside your hips to walk your upper body forward. I'm going to think about keeping a flat spine for 3 breaths. Really rooting down to where you rest. And then from here, you might allow the head to be heavy and round the spine. So sending the head towards the feet, or if your feet are wide, sending them deeper towards the center between your legs. For 4 more breaths here, notice if the hands are supporting or if they're challenging for a deeper stretch, creating a little bit of a counterbalance. No need to make it a certain way, just notice. If you feel spaces of tension, send your breath there. Can be strange to think about breathing through the muscles in your glutes or the shoulder blades. But give it a try. Notice if there's a change. And if there's not, let it go. And from here, we'll find our staff pose. So let's bring our head back over the hips and bring the legs together if they weren't already. All of the toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Our hands are going to come to our sides. If you have a really long torso or shorter arms, you might need the block to bring the mat to you underneath your palms. Wherever you are, press into the space that's supporting your hips with your palms. Press into that space with your legs. Point the toes and reach through the crown of the head. So just like at the beginning of practice when we got our spine really long, do the same here. Think about extending, creating as much space as possible in between the vertebrae. Draw the navel into spine. Staff pose. So similar to mountain pose, we're grounding, rooting down and rising from there. You might notice your strength. Some muscles wrap around your frame. You might notice something else. For 2 more breaths. And from here, find a forward fold. Maybe it's a different fold. Maybe you bend your knees more deeply, planting the feet, allowing the chest to rest towards the knees, and allowing the head to come in between to center, creating some expansion through the back body, space between the shoulders. Coming back to your breath. So great. Bring the head back over the hips, and we'll bring the right knee away, right leg comes away towards the right side. The left shin is going to point towards the front of the mat as we lay the left leg down on its side. Then we're going to come back to our right leg and bring it close to you for some movement. So what we're doing here, you might like cradle your calf and your foot here and move your thigh around in a circle. Or you might hold onto your thigh and move, extend and bend the leg. All we want to do is create some movement between the femur and the hip socket. Just kind of opening through the hip in a very manual way. And then we're going to stack the right leg over the left leg. So the right foot is coming to left knee, right knee is going to be over the left foot. Now, this is where anatomy comes into play. All of our bodies are made differently. So if your stack looks like that, cool. If you can't touch, that's okay. Find what adjustments you need. Remember, you can use blocks or pillows to support this, and it might feel better to extend the left leg out a little bit further away from the center. So make any adjustments you need, remembering that discomfort isn't, discomfort is part of yoga. So as long as we're not in pain, can we sit with the stretch that hopefully you're feeling in the hips, the lower back, maybe the legs? Notice any sensations you feel. Of course, you can always bring your hands to your sides to support you. If you need a deeper stretch, you can bring your chest towards your legs here with a flat spine. We'll be here for 10 breaths. Remember, you can take this on your back too if you need. So resting on your back, making a similar shape with your legs and holding onto your hands and holding onto your feet and knees with your hands. As you sit with this stretch, notice if you find more space to fold deeper, to lean into the sensations that you're feeling, or if you choose to respond with adjustments. When you're ready to move on, we'll slide the hands back behind the hips. Fingers can point towards the hips, and you can bring your weight to your heels and then uncross your legs. Plant the soles of the feet in front of you with the knees bent, and then we're just going to drop the knees from side to side. So it doesn't have to be super big. Your knees might not touch either side of the ground, and that's okay. Just again, creating a little bit of movement, a little bit of space in the hips. Make this as big as you want. So you could be here. And that's totally fine too. Just be curious about what you need to kind of reset, and then we will take that pose on the other side. So we're just gonna, I always like to move my left leg off to the side. Right shin is gonna point towards the front of the mat here, or the same direction as the hips. Then hold on to the left leg and use your hands, your arms, to bring some movement into where your leg meets your hip. Whatever that looks like for you. We want this to be really supportive. So we're not using too much of our thigh muscles to create this movement, but we're just allowing those muscles to relax a little bit. And then when you're ready and feel even, we'll stack the left leg over the right. Remembering this will look different for everyone. Stack the head over the heart, over the hips. From there, if you like, you can fold forward. Your hands can support you. Be here for 15 breaths. If it was helpful to breathe into tension, consider that. If this feels yummy and good, sink in. For 3. So once you feel even, friends, we're going to find the mat with both shoulder blades. So release the spine down and long. And then keep the knees bent, soles of the feet are still pressing into the mat. Maybe you shimmy the shoulders together, creating a little bit of a shelf for your chest. And then from here, you might walk the soles of the feet in towards one another. Maybe they touch. From here, you might open the knees wide for our butterfly pose. We'll take 5 breaths here. Passive hip stretch. Make any adjustments as you need. That might look like standing the sides of the feet on the mat so the knees don't feel too heavy. If this stretch is too extreme on the inner thighs. If your anatomy is similar to mine, you might similar to mine. If you can reach the sides of your thighs here, you might fist your hands and then slide them under to support. You can always bring pillows or blocks under the knees. From here, we'll find our last shape. So if this feels really great and you want to stay here, explore butterfly pose a little longer, great. If you would prefer, you could come to extend your legs long, arms extended, or maybe you like to rest on one side or the other, or close in a seat. And we will take our time finding some rest for a few minutes, and then I will be here to guide us out. So these minutes will be silent on my end. Maybe you like to play some music, but I do think these minutes are important to pause, to notice, to complete our practice. So settle in and take what that means for you. If you're ready to move on, we'll start to deepen our breath. Bring some movement into the fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. You might shimmy the hips or the shoulders if that feels good. We'll slowly come to a comfortable seat if you're not there already. To close out our practice together. Of course, you can always stay and rest if that's where you want to be. So in yoga, often we close out a practice like this with our hands in front of our chest. I like to rub my hands together, create some warmth, some heat, and you can bring that warmth over your eyes, over your belly. You can keep it in your hands, stack it over your hearts. You're important already. You always were. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Thank you for allowing me to guide you. And thank you for creating this time for yourself. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.